Southern coin under here. What y'all seeing is the change that was in this container from my mom's house and back in my house, by the way. We had some dyed chips and some stuff. We had 12 wheat cents, including a very slick 1910, which is hard to read. So all that's going to go in for this year's fines. You know, it's supposed to be for honey, but I count pocket change also for that. Yeah, this is what I've been putting my wheat cents in after I go to the books. So I still got to do that with these in the current book. We got a bunch of Easy Connect Olays with some dye chips in the lettering. Let's see, I don't forget how many bicentennials. 7 or 8. $2.50 I got from the store. And they're both 2001s. I don't know what minute mark they are just yet. I haven't scoped them out yet. And we're going to do all that in a minute. We're going to check all these for dye chips, varieties. Those are dye chips are there underneath the scope, so I'm going to pause the video. And we're going to point them at the computer screen. Give me 1 second. Okay. Supposed to be a bunch of knuckles to look at, beehives and all that, so I'm trying to make this as fast as possible. Let's start with what we got up here first. We have a 1997. I don't know why I got it up here. I saw something on here and I can't remember what it was. It's just very nice reverse. I think that's what it was. You got all arrows, all feathers on the arrows. All the breast feathers are there. A little dirty, but I think I got room for it in my good book. Very nice 1962, which I'm going to put into maybe an upgrade in my book, my Good Jefferson book. Dimes, oh boy, I love dimes. Here, now I need a pointer. You want my bamboo skewers. You got a die chip right there. These may have gone over. I don't know. I just found them in that container. So we're going to go through them. This one I may put in the dirty dime book because it's pretty much corroded. 2010 Philly. We got die chip back of the neck. The nose. Right below the lip. The eyebrow. Top of the head and the hair. I mean, it's all over the place on this one. I don't think I saw anything on the back. Nope. From 19 Philly. There's some die chip going on the top oak leaf. I think that was it on this one. Little indentation right there on the bottom of the torch. Oh, we got die crack. 95. Nothing up front. On the obverse. Like something sparkly there. We got a very nice on die crack. Going from the rim across the T. On the edge of the T, and as she stops, looks like it comes 6. Yeah, it stops at column 6. It's a long die crack. There's an 83. Just the bottom right there. It comes across the base. And we got zinc rot starting to occur, so I'm not going to keep this one. Just want to show y'all. Basically what I did as I came in from wherever I've been at that day, I just threw all the money into that thing. Some of these I got from the bank. Some of those dollars I got from the bank. Here we go. I think this is some type of strike through. Looks like something was on there. Or not, it's a funny looking crack, but it's almost like a staple. So I'm going to put that one into a flip. Nice die chip on the bottom ring and the bottom band of the torch. Notice something going on right there on the oak branch. Possibly some doubling or a die chip going on here. We got a die chip in the crease, lip crease, on the cheek crease. 23 Philly. So we got 98 Philly. We got a die crack right through here. At the base of the bust, right next to the initials. And that's also in very decent shape. Arrows are definitely outlined. The leather wrap around the arrows, still well defined. I get flipped up. Sorry. Now what we got here? Good old extra claw, Alaska State quarter. Took me a long time to find those, and all of a sudden I started finding them like crazy. Guam. Philly minute. We got 2 die chips on here. Between the strap and the rifle there, and right here on that strap. There's got some, or that could be post-mint damage by the look of it. That's probably what that really is. Okay. Let's see. This I actually got from somebody. I can't remember who it was. He's pointing to the die crack. It's hard because of the flip. Crossy QU turns and gubs up this way to the base of the bust on that one. And then I'll show y'all this one. In the previous video, I finally found the volcano die chip. I've had hints of it in the past. This is not the biggest one. I think I actually got one that actually goes all the way up into the base of. But it's like it almost got a full progression set. I'm not going to worry about these copper coins. So I'm going to put it back in there. The wheat, I got a special book I'm going to be putting wheat cents in, so I want to go through these wheat cents. Actually, I want to put these and go through these in next year. I'm going to put these 12 wheat cents in here for right now. I'll go through them later. I'm going to pick out last year's group. That's a bottle full of wheat cents. I write myself a note, added 12 extra. That's pocket change, people. That's me just getting stuff in pocket change. Here we got a very dirty dime. 2000D. We're going to the dirty dime book. Here's a penny. Somebody trying to make it look like a dime. It actually fits the shape of a dime. Somebody just ground it down using like one of them 10-cent machines. See, you can tell it was a Lincoln cent. Here we have a 1957. It's a Denver. It could be an RPM, but it's so worn down, I'm not going to try to look for it. Here is one of the hardest ones I've ever had finding in my area. It's Philadelphia, the Tuskegee Airman Quarter. So I'm going to check my book, see if it fit in one or if it might upgrade one. Those I'm not going to worry about. Let's see. 96. Denver. Messed up. The arrows are starting to get faded out a little bit. Slight wear in the arrows. So this probably be an XF45. You gotta check every coin I come across. So what we're gonna do next? Let's do Fort McKinney. Philadelphia. Now there's some doubling in the windows and stuff you can look for, but I looked and looked and looked, did not see anything. So it's a good straight up shot. Probably fit in one of the books that I got for the state quarters. For the National Park Program, I should say. Oh, let's see. Anything might be, no. So those quarters, national parks, I gotta go through and see if they fit into my books. And these are got either Kanaka Olays. They got die chips in the letters, K and A. I'm still looking for the Die Clash, which Dirty Waters Coins Collectibles sent me one. No doubling there. Oh, look, we got a die chip in the nose with a crack. So we got a die chip here. Got a crack running right through here. All that's post-print damage. More die chipping in the letters. Maybe I'll cry on here. No signs of the volcano die chip. Usually, I notice on nickels you see a bright spot. A little bit of die chip on the letter A. Got some inches doubling, which does not add any new value, which I think is wrong. Here's the other volcano die chip. I knew I had another one. I knew I had another one. I just couldn't remember where it was at. I'm going to use a I knew I had another one. That's it right there. That's the bigger one. They got one more that goes all the way up into the letters of the word of. So this was found back in March. Okay, 2023. Philly. Hold on, y'all. I'm writing this down. Somebody wants to attribute these, but I will. Now some early stages of it I found last year, which I still need to wrap up last year. God. I don't know what date I found this on, so we got those. Now, these I had not checked for any die chipping. This is George crossing the Delaware. Nothing there. Check the letters. I actually found a different one in the second A. Found a die chip at the bottom. Nope, that's going back to the bank. So what I need to do, I need a little baggie to put these die chips in. I have Proof Nicholson on my desk. Hold on. Oh, same for S. I got one in my book. These are going to get sold, hopefully on Whatnot soon. So then we got some more dimes, and actually I had a Canadian dime. I haven't had one of those in a long time. It's a tiara. $1968. And it is not silver. I checked it when I got it. God didn't change. And when Philly, that's just dirt. Okay, that doesn't go. These, like I said, I put stuff in bags or whatever if I had them at the time, just to try to keep organized while I was at my mom and dad's, which I appreciate very much, and them letting me stay there until I got my house fixed. For those who did not know, on December 28th, the tree then fell and ripped the meter off my wall. Yeah, it took 91 days before I finally got power back on at my house. Now, this is a Denver one. Denver has better quality control over their stuff, but sometimes you can find something on Denver coins. And that is a die chip. Well, I think this is post-mint damage. So we'll just send that one back. There's a little chip right there. Little tiny one right there. Eyebrow. The lip creased. Not the cheek crease. Right there at the base of the olive leaf right here. No tiny one there. Torch is post-mint damage. Now that's the die chip on that oak leaf. $80 Philly. Why would I have an $80 Philly in the bag? I think I had this bag in the car or something. My poor car. Oh look, we got a die chip in the E right there. That's why I kept that one. Right there in the between the olive leaves, we got a die chip, nice mess of die chips. That's a Denver one. I know I had one in there that had that. So, sorry there for a second. Massive die chip right there. Just fill up that space on the olive leaves. All that is smushed to heck and back. I may try to sell this on eBay. I don't know. So those are all the die chips on those coins. The rest of these I will not update. These I got to put up. Check. We got some presidential quarters. Hot dollars. We got James Buchanan, which I think I got. Harry Truman. I don't know what mint these are from either. I just realized that I don't know what mint these are from. It's hard to show you on the scope. I found the date. (2016). Okay, working towards the mint mark. Denver. So I can show y'all. There you go. Denver. It's right before you get to the motto. Strange looking mark there. And this is Denver also. Almost looks like another D right there. So these I can check against my book later. I'll be doing a wrap up from box 10. I finally finished box 10 after 3 weeks due to my dad's health to help my mom out with him a lot. Okay, we got a bunch of nickels here. 424 Denver sitting over there, but I ain't worried about that right now. See, this is a bad 62 compared to the other one. I think I was going to go back to the bank. I'll compare it with the other one. See, this is the other one that I got. See the difference? So I got some mint luster. It's supposed to be damaged, but still, pretty dang decent shape for. I gotta do math in my head. Dangerous. 72 years old? Oh, I had a dime in there. What we got on this dime? Oh, Little Menace, 2009. Huh, that's why I was in there. Look, there's a quarter. Yellowstone, one of those. Some of these are hard for me to get in my area, so I keep them. So Arkansas State quarter. Well, there ain't die chips on the state quarter. That's what I'm curious about. A lot of details. There's got to be some die chips on some of them details. $60. You need the 1960 for your first book of Jefferson Nichols if you go with the cheap route. This is Denver. So I have a tendency to keep those. 62. Even 62s, believe it or not, are actually starting to get hard to find in my area. Possible RPM on that one. Yunke. I think it's one of the coolest designs that they came up with for the national parks. And keep searching the Philadelphia ones from die chips. Poison Dart Frog. I'm assuming. 61. And that one you want to keep for your first year Jefferson book. Okay, here we go. Looking for beehives and other stuff. Die chip in the M. Monticello. Full die chip between the E and the R. Well, almost full. It's 98% full. That is not doubling what you see. It's just how the die hits the coin and the pulls metal. Die chip between the E and the R again. Got the Wheel of Death on it. I was going to go back. I don't want that one. Not the Wheel of Death. I couldn't sell that to you. I couldn't sell it to a blind person. They fill it right out. Small die chip. In 2016, between the E and the R. Why is 2008 Denver in here? Must have found something. Oh, you actually got a small beehive on the 2008 starting to occur here and here. You can see how the die was starting to break and it was polishing up that break. It's the closest I can find to a beehive on a 2000 on any Denver coin. Is that stage? Here's one in 2006 starting. Pretty beehive right there. I got 30 minutes. big dyed chip in the I say it's about 60% filled. $20.15 Philly. We got a different type of beehive starting right here. And the letter O. And the FS. Beehive dyed chip. Oh, what was the other one? What year was this one? 2015. That was the other dye chip. Right there. These are may have already done videos on. I don't remember. So much. I was doing so much of my mom and dad's. The letter M. Okay, we're going to do a few more. I'm going to put these back up in our baggies. And we'll pick up tomorrow. I got to do a wrap up of box 10. And we'll do another video of these. Thursday night I will be live. Knuckle roll hunting and penny roll hunting. Thursday night. FS dye chip. Let's see the date. It's the FS dye chip, and there's a slight hint. It was starting to break right there. A slight hint. $2008. We'll put some damage up there at the top. And the tiniest of the tiniest dye chip in that M. $2006. And some of these dye chips are markers for for the love of me, I kind of figure out what caused that. I think it's some type of thread or something was there when they got struck. And that's what was left. I'm calling that a strike through. Off to the side by itself. So I kept looking at my mom and dad's. Here we got the ring of death starting all the way across that. But we have a small Dutch beehive. This is a double classification. It's got two dye chips on here. You got one. Got one here and a secondary one right there. And I can show you if I lower the scope. If I get it to lower again. I haven't moved the mouse in a while. Actually, it's a class 3. 1, 2, and the third one starting. Small class 3. There in the O. The M. A little bit in the E and the R on the 2006 Philly. 2013. This looks almost like it got worn down. Got some post-mint damage. Post-mint. But we got a class 3 die chip in this O. 1, 2, 3. Almost filled in. I'd like to find a solid oven. That would be so cool. 2006. The M. Dirt. I think that was it on this one. So weak strike. Also, look at the post-mint damage on there. Some of these I will not try this. Oh, that's not supposed to be in here. EIR air. Die chip between the E and the R. We're going to conclude that video for tonight. Got one more little baggie to cover. And we got the video wrap up to do with box 10. So we can hunt. Oh, here's another dime. Why did I have this dime set out for this time? I think it's a weak strike through or something. The 2016 and the Philly mint mark is very, even all the detail in the hair is very, very weak. So we'll finish up with the other bag of nickels. The video, I'm just going to do all one fell swoop. The wrap up of box 10. So y'all have a good evening. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Those who keep coming back. Those who watch. Those who, even for a couple seconds, man, be nice. You know, it'd be cool. I'm not going to beg, but it'd be nice if I would get a little bit more comments. I'm slowly hitting closer to 1,000 subs. But if I don't get it by my birthday, it's okay. If not, it's whenever. No, I'm in no big rush. This should be cool, I think. But other than that, y'all have a good evening. Enjoy the weekend. Live hunt Thursday. Probably do half a box of nickels, half a box of pennies Thursday, and the other half on Friday night. Y'all have a good evening.